Okay, I'm going to go over your review for your quiz on Friday. It's a very short review, but at least it's something. So hopefully you get something out of it. I kind of picked what I thought were the toughest questions. Okay. So problem number 1 says determine the relationship between BC and DC. Well, all they've given you here are these two angles. They gave you this angle and this angle. Now the hinge theorem states if you know that the sides are equal and the angle between them, so if they had this marked like this, you would be able to have more information. You could then say that BC is equal to DC. Well, they weren't marked, so we cannot determine any relationship. So the answer to this question would be cannot be determined. If the sides were marked, we could have said that they're equal. If one angle is bigger than the other, remember, the bigger the angle, the longer the side. Okay, question number 2 says, an isosceles triangle has a base that measures 10.8 inches long. If the congruent side lengths have measures to the first decimal place, what are the shortest possible lengths? Okay, so here's my isosceles triangle. The base is 10.8, just kind of like visualizing. And if it's isosceles, oopsie, that means this is x and this is x. Okay, if they're asking for the shortest possible lengths, okay, that means x plus x has to be greater than 10.8. Okay, because they're saying shortest possible, so that means the base would be the longest side. So you got 2x is greater than 10.8. So when you divide by 2, you get x is greater than 5.4. Okay, well it says to the first decimal place, what are the shortest possible lengths? Well, x has to be greater than 5.4, so the next decimal place up is 5.5. So that would be your answer. Next problem, and this is the last one. This is all I had time for. It says a mathematician traveling from point G to T to M, travels from point G to T to M, lists the legs of the trip in order from greatest to least. All right, well the first thing we need to do is we need to solve for x. So we're going to do 4x minus 9 plus 2x minus 10 plus 3x plus 1 equals 180, because we know that the three angles of a triangle equal to 180. So you got like terms together, 4x, 2x, and 3x, that's 9x. You got negative 19, that's going to be negative 18, equals 180. So you're going to add 18 to both sides, and you're going to get x equals 198. So when you divide, you're going to get x is equal to 22. Okay, so now we got to go back and plug in. 22 times 3 plus 1, 66 is 67. 22 times 4, 88 minus 9 would be 79. 22 times 2 is 44 minus 10 is 34. Okay, so you know from the triangle inequality that the longest side is opposite the largest angle, and the smallest side is opposite the smallest angle. So remember what I said about reading the problem on the quiz. It says greatest to least. So going from Triangle Town to Math Wonderland, T to M is going to be my longest length. My next longest is going to be G to T, Geometry Country, to Triangle Town, because it's the next bigger angle. And the smallest angle is 34, so the side opposite it is GM. So there's greatest to least. If they said least to greatest, it would just be reverse order. Okay, I hope this helped a little bit. Study your homework. Night, night.